Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 22 of Let's Play Civilization 5 Brave New World as Mongolia. Well, we're at war with Austria, but unfortunately I've realized I'm not really going to be able to take Vienna. Our happiness has dropped down to minus 13, and while there are some things I'm going to do to help pick it up, realistically, I'm just not going to be able to get this high enough to be able to take a major city like Vienna without just dropping down to the negatives again. And I'm actually not 100% sure I can get into the positives in the first place anytime soon. So what I am going to do is attempt to at least pick some of this back up. We have Geneva, who's interested in us getting sugar, and Tyre also wants us to get sugar. Now, England has sugar, so if I could get a trade with her, then we'll pick up some city-state love, and one of those, Tyre, is a mercantile city-state, and that will give us happiness, as well as what we'll get from the sugar.
I'm listening.
Now, she hates us, and, she wants the moon and the stars and everything in between in exchange. And I am not going to give her everything she wants, but I'm going to give her a fair bit, actually. Let me try this. Nope. All right. Well, let me try this.
You cannot be serious.
Yeah. She's a bee.
Of course not.
Oh, man.
Of course not.
This is punishing.
Of course not.
This is probably my last offer.
Of course not.
Well, I could do this, I guess. All right. Okay. That's kind of a Pyrrhic victory. But I at least am at 9, and once the city-state stuff kicks in, that will be better. Now, another thing that we can do, I need to kill these stupid things, but once I do, we can start repairing this copper. Yeah, I'm actually not going to wait. I'm going to start moving him back now. So what I do want to do, I'm not just going to end this war. I want to try and weaken her forces as much as possible. Now, I have to be careful because I would very much prefer to not die in that process. So let me see. I'm going to hit this guy. The Lancers are probably the most dangerous thing she has because they not only can hit my units hard, they're also very fast, just like my units. And they are a full era ahead of us technologically, so they are extremely dangerous to me. Let's move this guy back. And I can try to hurt the musket. That's probably what I need to do here. Unfortunately, we're not doing a tremendous amount of damage. He's in rough terrain, and these guys have bonuses for open terrain, so it's not great. But we are hurting him. He's about half dead, maybe a little better than that. Okay, so let me go ahead and use this attack. Can I finish him? Yes. Excellent. So I think I'll move him onto the hill. And I want to be careful. This should be fine. Yep, I'm gonna carry on the fight here. And come back at least this far. Wow. Alright, I just screwed that up. That's not what I meant to do. I was actually thinking for some reason that there was a road here, like that I'd follow this road across. Like basically, I guess what I was thinking is that I was standing here, and that I'd follow this path and still have a bunch of movement points left. And instead, I just crossed a river, and now I'm stuck where I don't really want a unit to be stuck. So that wasn't good. Okay, well, I can't, unfortunately, change that now. So, just going to have to ride it out and hope I don't lose my unit, really. Alright, we get to pick production in Dublin. We finished a Coliseum. You'd never know it based on my happiness, but we did. And I need to build a workshop. I mean, I need a workshop so badly in this city. Actually, that reminds me. What am I building here? A caravel? I'm actually going to put that off. Oh, no, I don't have a choice. I have to finish the workshop before I can build ironworks. So, never mind. In Turfan, another city where my production is pretty bad. And I can't build a factory because we have no coal. I'm actually thinking about building an armory, but I think I'm just going to start on the million-year march to public schools. One thing I also want to do, I am somewhat concerned at the strength of the walls here in Austria. Like, even if I had happiness, I'm not sure my Keshiks are still going to be able to do that. Yeah, well, that was my fault. I left my Keshik in a spot where I did not want to. And now he's dead. So, I have no one to blame but me. So these guys want to kill my musket man, of course, but I don't think that's going to work out for them that well. Did he kill him? I believe I did. Yes. Let's see if we can kill this one as well. Alright, so that ends that. I need to repair both of these tiles quickly. One will give me back some happiness. Yeah, see, we're back up to 5, so the city-state thing, I mean, that did help. I also have accumulated enough faith to get another building. So here's what we're going to do. Purchase a cathedral. This will give me another happiness. So at least I'm up to -4 now. Not saying that -4 is great. It's not. But it's quite a bit better than -13, which is where I was when we started this. Okay, I would love range. I'm taking cover, though, because I think I'm going to be having to upgrade these to cavalry sooner rather than later. And it just makes more sense to use to take an ability that'll come with me, because the +1 range won't. I don't think that's gonna work. Well, let me do this. Let's hit this guy. Actually, I shouldn't. Yeah, I shouldn't use him like that. Because he actually has the promotion that gives me better attacks against... Oh no, this guy is on rough ground, isn't he? Alright, my bad. Well then, fire at will. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that was open ground for a second. I guess just the lumber mill made it look a little less forested. Alright, so the musket man is dead. Now, I very much want to kill this lancer. So there we go, that's another one down. Can't really do much more. This guy can certainly shoot at him, and I will. And then I'm thinking I'll do that. Maybe just bring him here. Now, I actually think I'm going to use him. Okay, so I don't have another attack. I'll come back here. I already used his attacks. Did I use his as well? I did. But I haven't used his, and I'm prepared to. And if this thing wants to come after him, he's not going to be in much shape to do it. Yeah, he's alive, but only just. So... Alright, you just heal up. That's fine. Okay. Alright, so I did lose a Keshik. And you know, I'm certainly not happy about that, but at the same time, I'll be honest, I'm not really as fussed about it as I would have been at one time. Because I do think the era of my Keshiks being a dominant force are coming to an end. I think by the time I get my happiness up and I can really start conquering again, it's just the window will be closed. Okay, I want to just move him here and start healing. I will improve him against naval units. So I don't really love this. I'm going to be in range of this stupid archer, but I want to start hurting that thing. My treaty with, I believe this is going to be England, is up. Yeah. Because she's the one that had 10 million city-state allies. What do I want to build next here? I think a harbor in preparation of both building cargo ships as well as connecting Rio and perhaps other cities like Seoul as well. Okay. So interesting that he didn't move this guy off. I mean, okay, I'll kill him for you. There we go. Well played. So, I think what I want to do more than anything... Oh. Well, that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do more than anything, but I'll go ahead and take the opportunity to hurt this archer. I kind of doubt we'll kill it this turn, but we can sure put a hurt on it. Let me see. Maybe I can. Yep. Okay. Alright, I don't think I'm going to move forward another tile. But my goal is I want to take a couple shots at Salzburg and see how effective we are. Okay, we're going to start repairing this. So I could actually at least get into slightly happy territory here once in a couple of turns when I repair that. So this Keshik, I can't hit the crossbow. I'm just going to stay put. I don't want to give up my citadel, that's for sure. All right. Ur is about to go away for good here. He looks like he wants to attack me. You know that? The Arabians. Okay, that's helpful. So Morocco is attacking this thing as well. And between the two of us, I don't think it can escape. So that should put me in a better position if I build a cargo ship, you know, to keep it safe. And then what I probably need to do is, well, not probably. I need to take this camp out. But my musket man's got to heal up first. Poor thing. He's... so the barbarian caravel attacked me, and now it's just gone. Does that mean it's dead? Did it, like, suicide, basically, when it attacked me? I think it might have. I didn't think it was that badly hurt, but maybe it was. So we claimed a new tile. Fair enough. We're no longer friends with Kabul. I don't have a ton of money. I could give him 250 gold. How much do I lose per turn? 1. So that would buy me like 15 turns. Yeesh. Okay, hold on. Where am I at with Tyre? I'm friends. I'm losing 1 a turn. I'd really like to eclipse Elizabeth, but there's no way I can. I would need 1,000 gold, and I don't have it. I'm not going to have it for a while. Alright. I think I need to protect my relationship with Tyre more than my one with Kabul, as much as I'd love to have the extra culture. I'm going to go ahead and vote against banning Silk. We're not getting any happiness from Silk, but I hope I will be at some point, so... Okay, I got to be careful here. I most definitely do not want to get shredded, you know, in an attack that I don't see coming. But it looks okay out here. So I don't have enough movement points to have, you know, taken an attack and then pulled back. And I don't want to just throw away a unit standing here in bombardment range. For all I know, she's got a ranged unit in here. I could just literally lose a guy for nothing. And that's just not what I want to do. So I'm not. Okay. And I'll just bring him here, I guess. Yeah, there's not that many places I can go. I can come here, I guess. Okay. Alright, my horseman is healed, which is actually kind of cool. I think just for the moment, I'm going to come in here and save a few gold per turn. Now, if I end up deciding to try to take a city, then I obviously have to pull him out, but... Okay, I remember. I moved this worker over in this direction. That was his landing point. You go ahead and stay put. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Look how much lower the defense value for this city is compared to hers. So I assume that means he's built walls, but in most of his cities, he has not built castles. It looks like Mecca has one, but Baghdad doesn't. So, you know, it's funny. I didn't really look at this when I was picking my next opponent, but I probably should not have gone after Austria, although she had a very powerful army I wanted to weaken. I guess what I should have done though is gone after Arabia instead, because I could take cities from him and raise them, and weaken him that way, and that might not be a bad idea actually. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, and she does have a crossbow here. So if I had moved up and fired and just stayed here, I'm pretty sure I would have just lost that unit. Ooh, 7 damage. Next shot, 5. And this is on open ground, and I have, you know, accuracy 3. So I'm not taking Salzburg, let alone Vienna, which is much stronger still, with Keshiks. I would need a lot of Keshiks to bombard it for... Oh, hell. Well, alright. So let me see if I can at least weaken this stupid thing. That hurts. Can I even get... Does anyone have the range promotion? Okay. So I think, yes, I can do this. So there's pretty much no way. She's not going to get a one-hit kill against this guy, especially as weakened as it is. But I'm going to start pulling back, because we're done in here. I may attack Arabia. Okay, so cultural heritage sites passed, and the silk ban was not passed. So my vote worked. I grew in Edinburgh. I should have stopped that, because now I'm back in negative happiness. Well, that won't last. But, okay, I'm going straight for radio. I want to try to build the Eiffel Tower. I was going to say it won't last because this is going to be repaired shortly. Oh, it's already repaired and I'm still negative. Well, then maybe it will last. That's really crappy. Okay. Good news. Yeah, that was bad. I should have stopped growth. That's all my fault. And, oh well. Okay. Well, I guess what I need to do is finish up this turn. So, man. I'm going to just start pulling back, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. By that, what I mean is I don't want to split my units up too badly. It looks like we have aluminum here outside of Seoul, and the mine's already built, so yep, I'm getting credit for it. And that's fine. I'll bring him over here. Okay, well, I notice Pedro's been busy. Well, yeah, of course he's pissed. Seoul is about to finish Colosseum. That'll help get me back to positive. And then what I'll do is I'll use avoid city growth and just make sure. But it looks like no one else is close to growing. Oh, Rio is. Oh, hell. Alright, well, actually, and I have to annex Rio. Right now I can't stop that anyway. Okay, well, any more trouble over here? No, not really. So I think what we'll do when we come back is we'll kill this Lancer, just finish it off and pull back. And then I need to decide, do I want to attack Najran? Do I want to go for Baghdad? This city doesn't really mean anything to me except that it would be sort of in the way of just a normal westward march. We'll figure it out. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope we see you next time.